Marissa, why is protecting your skin so important?
Well, your skin has a lot to do with how you look, and protecting your skin is really important, especially in Utah, because we are at a higher elevation and we're kind of considered a desert state, and so we have a lot of exposure to the sun. And that exposure causes skin cancers and premature aging of the skin.
And you know, when you're 53, like I am now, I wish I had thought about that more when I was in my 20s, because it does make a difference when you're my age, what you look like at that point. And I hadn't thought about the Utah thing. You're right, we're higher elevation. You think about it maybe being in California, being the place to think about, because we're thinking sun and beach, but that's just great. What are some ways of protecting your skin?
Well, they use a lot of sunscreen and things, but what I would like to talk about is actually a lot of people are not aware of tanning beds. Yeah. And you just have a lot of people, I feel like the media tells you it's great to be tan, you just look good, but people are not aware how tanning beds can really affect your skin. It actually increases your percentage of 74% your chance of getting melanoma.
Now, is that increased because of the tanning bed or just sun in general?
Well, that is the tanning beds, but tanning in general does increase your chance of getting skin cancer for sure. So you just need to make sure to protect your skin at all times.
That's fantastic, and I hadn't thought about that being either one. Now I understand, I've heard it on the news that in the Senate they're trying to ban tanning beds altogether.
That's right. From Utah, the Utah senator is actually trying to ban tanning beds right now, and it just, you know, I think it would make people realize more how important, you know, it is for your skin to not go there, because, you know, tobacco use and just alcohol use, those are banned for minors, and so why not tanning beds? And you would show parents a lot of the damages that it can cause to your skin.
Well, there is so much in the media about that my son is actually aware of that, and I'm guilty of using tanning beds. I like them, it's like I've used them, and I won't after this information that I've been gathering today from the other ladies as well, is it's an increased 74% for melanoma.
That's true.
That's insane.
Overexposure to the sun is the leading cause of melanoma.
Okay, so best of all to stay away, or minimum, because we need the vitamin D, but minimum. There are products you can also use.
There's many different types of products. The most you find in the store are chemical sunscreens. There's two different types. There's chemical and physical. They have different ingredients, and they do different ways of reacting with the sun. Chemical sunscreens, they interact with your skin to absorb the UV radiations. And physical, it acts as more of a reflective material, kind of like microscopic mirrors, so it sends the rays elsewhere.
So I would assume that one's better?
Well, they're actually both very good, but people tend to be less likely to have allergic reactions with physical sunscreens, and so that's what people usually like to work with. And with chemical sunscreens, you are supposed to wait 20 minutes from applying and reapply every 2 hours. But with a physical sunscreen, it works immediately, and you don't have to wait. So it's good for sensitive skin and kids who are impatient.
Now, are there lists of sunscreens that are better, or how do we, you know, going to the grocery store, I'm not going to know that, those scientific parts to it. So if I'm going to go to the grocery store and just pull one off the shelf, do you have some ideas for me? You
know, there's some brands that we recommend, but the main thing to look for is the words broad spectrum. And an SPF higher, 30 or higher, because below that doesn't marginally do much of a coverage for your skin.
Well, when I'm buying it, I do get something that's 50 or 60, and I look for waterproof or sweat-proof. Is that really good?
Well, no sunscreen. No sunscreen is actually waterproof. Okay. They're water resistant, and even then, after you've gone swimming, you want to reapply because it gets washed off.
Okay, now you have a demonstration down here, though, of a powder, which I'm buying today. I was so excited because I love face powders that help tint my skin. And show me this example.
Okay. Well, we have this. It's the Color Science sunscreen, which is just, you know, that's a chemical, physical sunscreen, sorry. And we had this little demonstration. We put this a week ago in the water. This is just plain tap water, and there is some sunscreen that we put powder on it, and it's sitting there, and I can even move it around, and you can see that it's not going in the water.
Amazing. And when you put your finger in, it's just dry.
I'll put it in, and it comes out, and it's a powder.
It's just the dry powder, no liquid. So I can see that this would be fantastic for women that like to have the makeup. And this is an SPF of 30.
Yes, that's right. And we do have 50 SPF as well.
Okay, well, that's fantastic. Well, these points are so good to take to heart. What else do we need to be aware of when we're thinking of staying out of the sun or just covering up?
Well, a good thing to be aware of is peak hours of the day. Between 10 and 4 is when the sun is at its highest, and especially between 12 and 2, and that's when you could burn the most. So it's easy to just stay in the shade during that time.
What about in the winter or on cloudy days?
Well, snow actually reflects the sun, and a lot of people get damaged from the snow reflecting on their, face and arms and everything. So a lot of people that go skiing and stuff, they just, are warm and they just want to get, their clothes off. But no, you need to stay covered and wear long sleeves and just, even if it's a lighter shirt, you just need to have everything covered, and sunglasses, and don't forget the lips as well.
Exactly. Well, right here at Rocky Mountain Dermatology, you guys actually have product that can help us as well.
Yes, we do. We have a lot, which that Color Science is the main one that we really like here. And we actually have a day in June that is our Sunscreen Awareness Day, and every sunscreen in our office is 50% off.
Well, that's fantastic. Look forward to summer. And no matter what time of the year, though, you can come in here and check out this product and information, get testers. Tell us where you're located.
We are across the street from Lee's, next to the hospital.
Absolutely. Okay, easy to find the Professional Plaza here. Thanks, ladies, so much for the information.